Good evening, I'm Steve Hensley. High school football is back. The weather was perfect tonight, and the teams and fans were excited for the first night under the lights. WYMT's Madison Carmouche has more from our ARH Game of the Week in London.
North Laurel's Jaguars and Bell County's Bobcats battled it out in this season's first ARH Game of the Week.
Yeah, everybody is pretty excited for this football season. This is Coach Chappell's second year here, and our schedule is nothing short of good games every Friday night.
Lots of Bell County family members made the trek to London to support their Bobcats.
We're trying to get back to Kroger Field, though. My son played on the 19 team, Hunter Bailey, and he's still got that feeling in his guts, you know, to get so close and leave it on the field.
Oh, I'm excited. My grandson, Hunter Everett, plays. He's number 19 on Bell County, and we're excited to watch him play their first game.
Meanwhile, the Jags had a whole lot of school spirit for their first game of the season.
Oh, us 100%. You know, I think we'll play some good defense, and I think we'll throw the ball well and run the ball well.
ARH was there to present a $1,000 check to both high schools before the game started.
Well, we're real excited. We know this is going to be a great matchup between Bell County and North Laurel, two powers here in the mountains, and we're real thankful to WYMT to be chosen as the Game of the Week and ARH to be sponsored.
But in the end, Bell County beat out North Laurel 19-7 at the North Laurel Football Stadium.
Go, Cats!
In Laurel County, Madison Carmouche, WYMT Mountain News.
Now, of course, we'll have the highlights of that game and many others in just a few minutes on the ARH Sports Overtime. One Letcher County community used a makeshift bridge for months as a way to get around after the flood, but now a permanent one has replaced it. The bridge includes more than 300 yards of concrete. Flood survivor John Barker says the state was able to financially provide the bridge as well as construct it.
Well, the state come up here and took care of all that. That's all we had to do. I had some people come up from Pikeville.
The bridge connects the Neon and McRoberts communities, both of which were hit hard in the July 2022 flood. The Colson Civic Center in Letcher County hosted When Mountains Cry event. It was a chance for flood survivors to talk about the struggles they are still facing. The nonprofit Friends for Environmental Justice was there with surveys provided by a West Virginia law firm. The surveys are to collect information about the survivor's home so they can help them with relief. There were also components on the survey to help them prepare for the next time flooding happens.
We want to be able to find the funding to be able to build flood walls, to be able to surround the building with protection so that the next time this happens, and it will, that we will be able to house the people.
Tanner says they are focusing on Letcher and Breathitt counties right now, but are looking to expand. As we head into flu season, worries around a fall COVID spike are increasing. COVID hospitalizations have increased across the nation 4 weeks in a row, with southern states, including Kentucky, having the greatest increases. Public Health Director Scott Lockard says a new COVID shot should be coming next month, but new shots are no longer free.
The big switch now is that the vaccine is no longer going to be free for everyone. It's just going to be like the flu vaccine. There will be a charge to insurance companies. So Medicare, Medicaid, private insurance will cover the COVID vaccine just like they do other vaccinations.
Lockard says he expects the COVID shot will be recommended with the flu shot every year going forward. Pikeville Medical Center is introducing a new procedure for eye care. The Appalachian Center for Advanced Eye Care is offering the OptiSight amniotic ocular matrix as an option for folks with eye and cornea conditions that need help healing beyond eye drops. Doctors say the issues can also be helped by routine eye checks, especially for people with diabetes.
Dry eyes are a little bit more prone to diabetic population. Non-healing corneal surface problems are a bit more prone, and all those things are much better if we can catch them at an early stage.
For those who qualify, the new procedure can be done more than once, and professionals say it will be quicker and cheaper than other procedures. One former Commonwealth's attorney was arrested by the FBI in Moorhead this morning. The FBI says Ronnie Goldie is expected to make his first appearance at court next week. He faces 14 counts, including bribery and fraud. Goldie was impeached and successfully convicted in a unanimous vote earlier this year. Lawmakers convicted Goldie of doing favors for a woman facing prosecution in exchange for nude photos. The state's Attorney General's office is responding to a lawsuit against it alleging workplace discrimination. It comes after the Daniel Cameron for Governor campaign released a statement yesterday which did not address nor deny the claims. Today's statement reads, in part, quote, "The Attorney General's office has the utmost respect for its employees and takes all complaints seriously. Here, the office investigated the complaints and found that 3 of the complaints mentioned lacked merit. Regarding the 4th complaint, a reprimand was issued," end quote. Another Kentucky school district is helping to reduce its carbon footprint by replacing 13 school buses with clean, zero-emission electric buses. The Bowling Green Independent School District is one of 10 Kentucky districts to receive funding from the first round of an investment in clean buses from the $108 billion bipartisan infrastructure law of 2021. With the school district being only 7 square miles in downtown Bowling Green, Superintendent Gary Field says this will help not only cut costs, but usher in a new era of transportation.
It's going to save us money in fuel charges, maintenance, upkeep, etc. So we're really excited. I think this is the beginning of a new generation of student transportation, not just for our district, but in the state.
8 more electric school buses are expected to come, with the final 3 arriving around December. The buses are set to hit the road and pick up students after Labor Day. And we recently told you about Wolfe County schools here in Eastern Kentucky also getting electric buses.
Quiet weather continues across the mountains as we close out your work week. Here's a live look at the radar. As you can see, we are quiet across the region right now, all thanks to high pressure near the Great Lakes, and this will continue as we kick off your weekend as well. So that means more dry weather as we kick off your weekend. Into tonight, we stay quiet and comfortable. Those lows fall into the middle and upper 50s as you wake up on Saturday. So a little bit of a chilly start for your weekend. Enjoy it because some changes are on the way by Sunday. But as you wake up tomorrow, temperatures once again feeling more like fall out there. Notice we do top out in the middle to lower 80s on your Saturday. We stay dry under plenty of sunshine, and that dry weather does continue into your Sunday as well. But some changes on the temperature outlook, some more heat on the way, especially by Sunday, also into much of next week. We should be in the middle 80s, so we are near average as we kick off your weekend. But notice lower 90s on Sunday, middle 90s on Monday, and once again, more middle to lower 90s for much of next week as that high pressure does continue. But once the dew point is factored in, that means the heat index value possibly close to 100 for several days next week. So just be sure that you are keeping up with the forecast and that you are really taking those heat safety tips seriously. Be sure to stay hydrated and also wear the sunscreen for much of next week. Here is a look at your Community Trust Bank 7-day forecast for the weekend is always in view. And a dry forecast on the way, all thanks to high pressure. That means low rain chances, plenty of sunshine, but also plenty of heat as well. Middle 80s tomorrow, lower 90s on Sunday, middle 90s on Monday, and more 90s for much of next week. But again, once you factor in that dew point, the heat index possibly close to 100 for much of next week. So really, the water is going to be your best friend for really much of next week. Steve?
Cameron, thank you. And thank you for joining us tonight, but don't go anywhere. The season premiere of the ARH Sports Overtime is up next. Have a great weekend.